That ventilation adds to indoor air quality. This is also proven. So this is a slide from a colleague from Dresden, not a passive house designer or engineer, but a professor who is deeply concerned about the radon concentration in buildings. And this is what you see here on the left-hand side. That is inside of a passive house at a place where we normally have quite high radon concentration, which is not healthy for a human building. Let's keep it that way. I won't go into the details here. Now, he decided to switch off the ventilation. This is the line in the middle of that of his diagram, and now you see that the radon concentration, they rise. So radon is relatively easy to measure. So this is just representative for lots of indoor air pollutants that you have in buildings. Most of the pollution in Europe comes from inside of a building, not from the outside. It's materials, it's cleaning materials, it's household products, it's books, and so on. And it's, of course, also ourselves, as I have shown with the slide with the shoes. And if you don't have a appropriate ventilation, you are on the right-hand side. You will have relatively high concentrations of these indoor pollutants. So we can improve on the quality of life and on the health of the people by providing a good ventilation. This is the main issue with ventilation. And on the other side, and that's the interesting thing, we can at the same time reduce the energy needed significantly by a factor 4 to 5. Yeah? So that's the interesting thing. It can do both. Improve the standard of living, improve the health of the people, and reducing energy consumption and thus the emittance of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Just showing some more examples. The last thing I do want to mention is where we can now also assess what happens with that building on a longer time scale. And we have done that with the very first building. So this is another photography. What you also see, we added photovoltaics lately. So now after 25 years, that was 3 years ago, we did a complete health check of that building. We're looking what about the insulation, the materials, is the plaster still intact, is it still airtight, a new airtightness test, checked upon the windows, checked upon the ventilation system and the indoor air quality. And mainly the result, it's all published in detail, mainly the result was it's everything like new, including the ventilation system. Surprising for some people, but if you think about it, what should be deteriorating at a ventilation system? Well, the ventilators, of course, ventilators might have to be exchanged at sometimes, but all the other things, the ductwork, it's not water flowing through. There's no damage to these systems, so they are like new. So this is all giving us also a long time for very high quality in these buildings. So these are points, just bring everything together.